Welcome back to Dundark. So I was going over the recordings and editing them for the first few episodes, and I noticed a few things. The music is really loud, so I turned that down a little here. And I also noticed I was kind of mumbling a little, so I'm gonna try to speak up a little more. I'm genuinely excited about this game. It's just I was a little tired at the time, but feeling more up now. That's good. Anyways, oh, and the other thing I noticed was when at the beginning when Suzuha was talking about the 300 and however many days of time travel they could go backwards. I understand now. So that means like Okabe has until then to change his mind so that he could go back with her and, you know, try to change the past and all that. So I guess that time is not up yet since it's only like November, and I think it happened in the summer sometime. Anyways, so I think we can get back to the playing. Last time we oh yeah, we were just calling up Robo, Krisu and stuff, or rather she was calling us. Anyways, the sun was setting earlier, now that December had arrived. Katsumi Nakase was surprised by how quickly it had gotten dark while she was out rummaging through cosplay shops. Ah, of course. The wheeled suitcase on the ground next to her felt heavy. She'd done her best to jam everything she bought today inside, and it was bursting at the seams. Still, spending a whole day shopping with her cosplay friends was a lot of fun. I could see that. Shopping with friends is fun. She felt tired, but it was a good tired. The footsteps were light as she walked back to the station. Oh, Fubuki, right? Isn't that? Yeah, that's one of Mayuri's friends, right? So, no, we're talking about Nakase. Oh, and is Nakase also one of Mayuri's friends? Because I remember in the first game she had some friends she talked about, but they never showed up, like, on screen. Okay. Fubuki.
だって今日はいっぱい買い物できて超楽しかったもん。満足満足。ふぶきちゃんのおかげでまゆしーも楽しくお買い物できたよ。付き合ってくれてありがとう。まゆしーのためならお茶の子さいさいだって。
Oh, they seem like good friends. Fubuki tried to grab her friend Mayuri for a hug, but Mayuri quickly dodged out of the way. Wow. Dang. Mayuri might have looked like an airhead, but she was actually quite athletic. Fubuki, by the way, was... Oh, Fubuki is the Nakase's cosplay name. Okay, well you could have explained that. Like, jeez, okay? This game. Okay. I see. Katsumi was in her second year of high school. She and Mayuri were at the same age, but were total opposites, except that they both cosplay. Katsumi was boyish and athletic, and when she cosplayed as a male character, she attracted more female chemicos than male ones. What is a chemico? They're those who appear en masse at cosplay and anime events, and use expensive SLR cameras to take a picture of scantily clad cosplayers. Oh, right, the low anglers, right, we already heard about them in the first game, yes. They take the upskirt, right? They're not considered true chemico. True chemico must be a gentleman, yes, of course. No, you don't want to be a low angler, that'd be rude. Cosplay is short for costume play, of course, and it refers to dressing up as like an anime or manga or whatever character. And, they could be just cosplayers or just layers. I've never heard layer, but maybe they say that over there. Anyways, most cosplay costumes are handmade. Although maybe they say that here and I just have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, there's a winter Kamima? Yeah, so Kamima was also like a plot point. It's the comic Giga Market, as they say. It was a big festival for otaku and stuff, so... Oh yeah, so I guess there is a December one. Oh, was that a thing in the first game? Or, I mean, of course the first game would take place in the summer, but... I don't know if they mentioned it. Oh my gosh, all these tips. Oh my gosh. The four friends had gone to cosplay shops along Yuguwaya, the Maiden's Road, and Tokyo Hands in Ikebukuro. Then moved to Akiba and visited several more. Okay. Tokyo Hands is a fictional home improvement chain. Okay. But unlike most such stores, which have large buildings outside the city centers, Tokyo Hands has many department store-style buildings located around major train stations. Tokyo Hands stores also carry a wide variety of products, from professional-grade tools and materials to fishing and variety goods. You use it for buying cosplay stuff? Sounds like, yeah, home improvement store. Weird. Maiden's Road. It's a nickname of a street, has many doujinshi and anime merchandise stores for female-oriented anime, and is known as a mecca for female otaku. Okay, sounds cool. And this store, the Yuguwaya, I'm sorry, my pronunciation is just terrible. It's a large specialty store founded over 60 years ago that sells craft and hobby supplies, fabrics, and trinkets. There are over 60 of them, mostly in Eastern Japan, but also all over the country. Okay. So, it's a cosplay shop, cool. That's neat. This was all part of their final preparations for Winter Kamima.
そうは言っても、衣装を作るのはほとんどまゆりちゃんだよ。あんまり無理しないでね、まゆりちゃん。
Kate sounded a little worried. Her real name was also Cade, and she used her real name as her cosplay pseudonym. Okay. Okay. She was 3 years older than Katsumi and in college. Oh, so more like closer to Okabe's age. That's neat. Cade was extremely feminine, and her measurements were just like the ones the magazine models claimed to have, but she was very shy. People had tried many times to persuade her to enter the pageant at her college, but she always refused, saying, "Normal events are kinda scary." But even so, cosplaying at Kamima with the rest of them was something she looked forward to.
だったら、この際だからまゆりちゃんを手伝ってみんなで衣装作りはしない？
Amayuki proposed. She had very noble, elegant features, but the rest of her was easygoing and laid back. Though Katsumi was a fellow girl, she still thought Amayuki was beautiful. Even her light blue, penetrating eyes lacked the arrogance that beautiful women usually possessed. They were filled instead with a friendly light. Oh, so she's like, sorta got the princess look, but not the attitude. Well, that's nice. Her real name was Yuki Amane. You can't have two Amanes in the same story. Amane? Oh man. I'm sorry. She was a senior at Meiji University and in the same club as Cade. She was the oldest of the four. She once tried to give up cosplay and focus on job hunting, but after just 6 months, she'd given up on work and gone back to costuming. Well, that's kind of sad. Okay, so a senior at university, yeah. Oh, and then, yes, I know what job hunting is, yes. Oh, for college kids looking for a real job, I guess that makes sense if you're a senior in university. You'd probably be wanting to look for a real job, if I understand what a senior is. Since then, she'd been spending more time with Katsumi and the others.
そんなお手伝いしてもらうなんて悪いよ。
Everyone smiled at her, but Mayuri quickly shook her head.
今日だって材料代を半分以上も肩代わりしてもらっちゃったでしょ。マユシーはそれだけで本当に嬉しかったから。
Aww.
私たちの衣装を作ってくれるんだから出さない方が申し訳ないよ。 それに私、まゆりちゃんみたいに素敵な衣装を自分でも作ってみたいなってずっと思ってたの。うんうん。まゆしーの衣装ってクオリティ高いもんね。ほんと感謝してるんだから。ね、まゆりちゃん、ぜひ手伝わせてほしいな。じゃあみんなで作ろう。
Katsumi knew that made Mayuri really happy when someone praised her cosplay outfits. Yeah, it definitely does, definitely does.
あ、でもそれとは別にね、まゆしーはみんなにお願いしたいことがあったのです。お願い？実は。
Mayuri told them about an event that had quickly become a mainstay of the Japanese holiday year.
クリスマスパーティーを開くから、ゆきさんも楓さんもふぶきちゃんもぜひ来てほしいなって。
Oh right, the Christmas party, of course, yeah.
クリスマスパーティーか。どうかな。私行きたい行きたい行きたい。
Katsumi's only plan for Christmas Eve was dinner with her family, so she raised her hand instantly. She just want to spend Christmas Eve dinner with her family? Well, that's sad. I mean, I get it's different, but, you know, still. None of her friends at school wanted to do anything that night. She'd been a little put out about that, since it meant they all had boyfriends. Oh, yeah, normals, right?
私も大丈夫だよ。
Kate also nodded, but Yuki seemed a little hesitant.
私はどうしようかな。もしかして戦略があるの？そりゃユキさんほどの美貌の持ち主ならイブのデートに誘ってくる男子は山ほどいるでしょう。そんなことないよ。そうなの？だったら私がほっときません。ふぶきちゃんとクリスマスにデートできるなら他のどんな予定よりも優先しちゃう。
Aww.
ゆきさんラボー。ふぶきちゃんはまゆりちゃん一筋じゃなかったの？まゆしーだって楓ちゃんだって大好きだぜ。
Katsumi quickly jumped over to Cade and gave her a big hug. Cade was soft and smelled good, and enduring this sort of sexual harassment was nothing new for her. Sexual harassment? I mean, it's just giving her a hug? Like, jeez. I mean... Oh, I'm gonna get fired for that, aren't I? Okay. Oh, and, Yuki.
まゆしーに美味しいキッシュの作り方を教えてくれないかな。
Yummy quiche. Oh, let's find out what a quiche is. A quiche is a traditional French dish made by filling a pie crust with cream, cheese, eggs, meat, and vegetables, then cooking it to a flaky golden brown. Yuki was an excellent chef and had been teaching Mayuri a lot lately. Both Katsumi and Cade would also participate in what they called Yuki Amane's cooking lessons.
いいよ。何のキッシュがいい？
What kind of quiche?
ね、まゆしーはほうれん草とマッシュルームがいいな。ハムとトマトとベーコンも美味しいよ。想像しただけでよだれが。わあ、そっか、迷っちゃうのです。
Okay, just gonna pause this for a second. Like, so I mean, all this cute stuff is really nice and all, but like, what does this all have to do with, you know, brain uploading and, you know, time travel and all that kind of stuff? Like, I mean, not that I don't mind, but, you know, there's like, this game that does have a plot, right?
それじゃあ両方教えてあげる。本当そうだよね。いろんな味があった方がみんなも喜ぶもんね。
I guess what I'm saying is like, I mean, in the first game, there was a lot of prologue and stuff about just hanging out with friends, very slice of life, whatever kind of stuff. But like, I mean, they're all Lokabe's friends, and you know, things happen to them. So, I mean, that kind of seemed much more direct. Whereas here, we're talking about Mayuri's friends, and I just don't see where this is going. I mean, it's probably go somewhere amazing. I'm just saying.
もしかしてクリスマスパーティー用に？うん、そうなのです。あと1ヶ月もないけど、それまでにマスターしたいなって。じゃあ特訓だね。いつにする？明日は？マユシーは大丈夫。
Katsumi went over her schedule in her head.
明日か。私友達と約束が。
Aww.
私はバイト。
Katsumi really wanted to go, so she was pretty disappointed. She would have loved the chance to eat one of Yuki's good quiches. As she thought about the quiche, her stomach began to rumble. It was about time for dinner. Yuki and Mayuri worked out for the time. Worked out? Like, they were like, you know... Oh, worked out the... I can't even read. They're not working out. They worked out the time and place, like they were figuring it out. They worked out the time and place for their meetup. Okay, to be fair, that was my first major flop. First one.
ラボはどうかな？うん、いいよ。頑張って作り方覚えるぞ。
Okay, so they're gonna go to the lab, and maybe something will happen there. Yes. Yes,
楽
yes.
しいパーティーになるといいね。
Makes sense.
うん。マユシ、サンタさんの衣装を作るからみんな着てくれる？込み物分の他にさらに作るんだ。まゆりちゃん、気合入ってるね。
Aww.
マユシはやる気満々だよ。
Raring to go. Vroom, vroom. It's not the sound she made, but whatever. Yeah, no, it's a cheer, not a car noise. What am I doing? Like she held her hands in front of her, and I thought she was gonna go like vroom vroom. You know, like on a steering wheel, but I don't know. Mayuri posed like she was cheering, not driving.
サンタ服なら可愛いミニスカートのやつがいいな。白のニースに赤いブーツとか合わせて。
Of course. Of course, of
楓
course.
ちゃんはいいけど、私そういうの似合うかな。
Katsumi spoke to Mayuri and Yuki without any confidence in her voice.
本当は可愛い服の方が好きなくせに。
There was nothing Katsumi could say. She was right. It bothered Katsumi a lot that she looked like a boy. And she knew that sort of clothing didn't look right on her. Still, at heart, she was a young girl, and she wanted to wear cute clothes. Okay.
まゆし、ふぶきちゃんに似合うのちゃんと作るから。おお、さすが俺の嫁。結婚して。ふぶきちゃん、調子いいんだから。ダルくんみたいなこと言っちゃダメだよ。
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fubuki seems like she's like the waifu collecting sort.
あの変態紳士さんと一緒にされるなんてショックかも。ちな
I
みに
mean, it's fair
まゆりちゃん
though.
も一緒に着るんだよね。
Fair.
サンタさんの衣装。
Santa outfit 2.
じゃなくて可愛いんだからもっとコスしようよ。でもマユシーは作るの専門だから。
Aww. Except for the cat, you know, outfit, but that's
意義
different.
あり。そんなのもったいないです。もううぶきちゃんまで。それに岡部さんもまゆりちゃんの素敵な姿見たいんじゃないかな。オカリン
Mayuri made a weird noise as soon as she heard that name.
オカリンさん。ああ、マユシーの彼氏ね。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Katsumi had met him many times, except in the last game. He was tall, but always looked pale and thin. And whenever he laughed, he seemed kind of sad. Or maybe she met him between the last game and this one? I mean, I didn't think, unless she's saying his evil laughing seemed kind of sad, but that's a little different. Oh no, she was talking. You know, if I just read the next line, it would explain it, and I wouldn't have to go off on a tangent. Anyways, but from what Mayuri said, until just half a year ago, he'd be a totally different person. He said he was haughty and arrogant, but also kind and a great leader. Mayuri is known to let her emotions influence her judgment, so Katsumi didn't know what to make of the Okay, second reading flub. So Katsumi didn't know how much of that description was accurate. Are you sure you're not driving there? Worry. I should not try to make noises like that. Mayuri started to freak out, third flub, out even more after hearing the word boyfriend.
あのね、ふぶきちゃん。オカリンとマユシーはそういうのじゃないよ。またまた。
Yuki and Cade weren't buying it either. Honestly, Ocarine and Mayuri seemed like more of an old wedded couple that had been together for years than boyfriend and girlfriend. True.
本当だよ。だってオカリンには他に好きな人がいるのです。
Oh! Who could it be?
そうなの？本当に？
Who could have guessed? It was Yuki, the eldest, who spoke first.
ごめんね。なんか余計なこと言っちゃった。マユシーとオカリンは幼なじみで仲良しさんっていうだけだから大丈夫だよ。
Remember, childhood friend never wins. Fun fact.
そう。
Mayuri's smile seemed very sad to Katsumi. She felt the sudden impulse to give her schoolmate a hug. Schoolmate.
それより。
Anyway. Mayuri smiled and walked over to Yuki, as if to blow away the awkwardness.
ねえ、ユキさんは？私？さっきの話、やっぱりクリスマスは彼氏さんと過ごすのかなーって。本当にいないってば。そう？みんな誤解してるよ。私そんなにモテないし、ここだけの話、年齢と彼氏いない歴が一緒だもの。へ
First Mayuri, then Yuki. Katsumi was stunned.
そうなんですか。そこまで驚かれるなんて。
It's a long scene.
じゃあユキさん、ダルくんなんてどうかな。
Oh. Is this where this is going? Like, actually?
橋田さん。また何を言い出すの、まゆし。橋田さんは変態紳士なんだよ。
Oh.
ユキさんがどこかにかけられちゃう。
Oh. Oh, so right. Daru has to meet his wonderful wife at some point. And Suzuha was sending texts last time about, oh no, I have to avoid the party and stuff. I'm too worried. I can't watch my dad and my mom mate. That would be awkward. So is Yuki gonna be like, is she Suzu's mom? Is that gonna happen? I guess that would explain why this is all relevant. That's a great picture. The man Katsumi and Cade were insulting was Utaru Hashida, a college student and a member of Mayuri's club. He was a hardcore otaku, one of the hybrid types, who said he enjoyed both 2D and 3D girls. And, like Katsumi has said, he was a perverted gentleman. I mean, look at he's just like saying, like, what can you say? He would say perverse things all day, without the slightest shame. Whenever you told him he was a pervert, he'd say, no, I'm a perverted gentleman. He was a dangerous guy. But Yuki didn't seem bothered. She actually looked a little sad.
橋田さんはいい人だけど、なんていうか、私みたいな子、あんまり好きじゃないんだと思う。
Oh, he doesn't like girls like me. That's sad. Mayuri was shocked, far above and beyond her usual limit. I like how they're playing the intense music now. She was so surprised, she let go of her suitcase handle and let it fall to the ground. Instead of picking it up, she started talking frantically.
そんなことないよ。ダル君はね、ユキさんに萌えキューンだよ。きっとそうだよ。マユシーが保証します。夏コミまで初めて会った時もそんな感じだったでしょ。
Yuki had met Mayuri 4 months ago at summer Kamima. Oh, so that's when any of them met Yuki. Okay. Katsumi and Cade had come there wearing outfits Mayuri had made. Cade found Yuki at the convention hall, all by herself, and they met up. Afterwards, they'd all gone for a party when she'd met Mayuri's friend Utaru Hashida. Katsumi had definitely witnessed Yuki and Utaru having a friendly conversation. Ever since then, Yuki and Mayuri and Daru had become friends, and Yuki had started going to Mayuri's club, the Future Gadget Laboratory. Yes, the club. That's what you can call it. In other words, Yuki and Utaru had been talking ever since Summer Kamima. But still, Yuki chuckled sadly and shook her head.
見てればわかるよ。なんとなく避けられてるなって。クリスマスパーティーも、だから私は行かない方がいいんじゃないかなって思って。橋田さんはもっとこう妹系の女の子がタイプじゃないのかな。しかもものすごく気が強くてね、 お兄ちゃんを尻に敷いちゃうような妹。例えば鈴葉さんみたいな感じ。
Oh no 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 no.
それはそれは
Oh, so she knows Suzuha too. I mean, that makes sense. But for some reason, Mayuri looked like she was about to cry. She seemed to want to say something, but couldn't bring her to. Her lips were quivering.
まゆりちゃん。なんでもないのです。
Yeah. But it certainly didn't look like nothing. Katsumi couldn't bear to watch her anymore. And also, she gave in to her impulses.
まゆし、そんな顔しないで。まゆしは笑ってる時が一番可愛いんだから。ね、ほらほら、笑わないとくすぐっちゃうぞ。こちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ。
Katsumi had snuck behind Mayuri and started to tickle her under her arms.
観念した？もう、ふぶきちゃんは意地悪さんだ。まゆし、かわいすぎ。
Mayuri was laughing so hard she was crying, and at the time, Katsumi had succeeded in giving her a hug. Even though they were in public, she started rubbing her cheek against her.
まゆし、好きだよ。大好き。ちょっと、ふぶきちゃん。このまま家に持って帰って、ずっとペロペロしたい。
Okay, then it just got weird.
それは困るよ。
That'd be really bad.
でもいいから結婚してくれ。無理だってば。
Mayuri tried to run away, but Fubuki grabbed her and started to kiss her all over.
なんか疲れた。
Kinda tired.
それはまゆしーのセリフだよ。
In the end, Katsumi kept clinging to Mayuri until they reached the station. She felt a lot better, but catching Mayuri when she was tired to escape used a lot of energy. Either way, now that she was satisfied... What? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She shuddered and turned back towards Mayuri as an image came into her mind out of nowhere. Oh, so this is why she's the main character. I see. I was wondering what her importance was.
ねえ、まゆし。なーに？冬コミマ、一緒にコスしようね。この前話したよ。冬コミマはね、まゆしは作る方に専念します。それでもいいからさ、とにかく冬コミマもこの4人で絶対一緒に参加しようね。当たり前だよ。そのために今日みんなで買い物したんだよ。だよね。でも約束だよ。うん、約束。
Ooh, I see. So that's the plan. Make her come to Kamima, and she won't get thrown in front of a bus or train or whatever that, CG was. Mayuri and Yuki split up in front of them, in front of the station. split up with them in front of the station since they were taking a different train.
それじゃあね。おやすみなさい。まゆりちゃん、ゆきさん。またね。てってるー。バイバーイ。
Tootaroo, bye bye. I always sigh. Yeah, whenever I say bye to friends, you know, always gotta sigh afterwards. Katsumi stood still and watched the two of them until they were out of sight. She felt like she was about to cry, and then looked up to stop the tears from falling.
ふぶきちゃん。
Kate was standing next to her, looking worried.
どうしたの？ごめん、なんでもない。なんでもなくないよ。もしかして、まゆりちゃんがどうかしたの？お願い、話して。
Even after Kate asked, Katsumi wasn't sure what she should tell her. There was no way she'd believe it anyway.
今日のふぶきちゃん、いつもよりテンション高かった。すごく無理してる感じがしたもの。気づいてたんだ。気づくよ。
Katsumi and Kate had known each other for 2 years. Since their ages were so different, they treated each other like an older and younger sister. So at times like this, Kate was really sharp. Kate didn't talk much, but she did pay attention to the people around her. Part of it was that Katsumi wasn't good at hiding things. She couldn't just lie to Kate no matter what. She gave up and decided to say it.
まゆしがね。うん。死んじゃうんだ。
That's one way of putting it.
どういうこと？
Mayushi's. She's gonna die. What? Katsumi remembered the nightmares and the things she kept seeing no matter how much she didn't want to.
夢を見るんだよ。夢？夏ぐらいからかな。毎日夢の中でマユシーが死んで、その度に私や楓ちゃんは泣いて。でもどうすることもできなくて。
Oh, in the summer. That's funny.
夕べ見た夢なんか最悪だった。私たちの目の前で突然マユシーが倒れて動かなくなっちゃうの。そのマユシーをね、オカリンさんが悲鳴を上げながら抱きしめて、大きな声で叫んでて。ねえ、どうしちゃったんだろう私。なんでこんな夢ばっかり。落ち着いて、ふぶきちゃん。多分疲れてるせいよ。そうかな。そうなのかな。
So how is she getting these, like, premonitions or whatever, memories from the other timeline or whatever these are?
だってまゆりちゃん、今日もすごく元気だったでしょ。
Kate gave Katsumi a gentle shoulder hug.
だから大丈夫。私やだよ、マユシーが死んだりしたら。そんなことありえないわ。絶対に絶対よ。
Aww. Kate's words made Katsumi calm down a little. She was glad to have an older friend like this. That's fair.
とにかく気のせいよ。そんな悪いこと起きるはずがないでしょ。
Her hand squeezed Katsumi's shoulders tightly. Being held like this made Katsumi feel a lot better.
ごめんね、変なこと言って。
But that night, she had the nightmares again. Oh, we're switching over again. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off here. If you liked, please, like. I think that's what they say. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.